How is it going today? Loyalists. My name's Dwayne.
My name's Jazz.
We're Dwayne Jazz. Today we have for you Batman Beyond vs. Spider-Man 2099, DC vs. Marvel.
They knew
Death
when
Battle. They knew exactly what was going on.
They knew when to put this out. They saw that Infinity trailer.
Justice League. We saw that last week. And then now Marvel's dropping their Avengers trailer. They knew exactly what they was doing. If you guys have any reaction requests, please follow us on all our social media in the link below. And don't forget to
subscribe.
Let's dive on in.
There you go.
Now, I have no clue about Spider-Man 2099. I know about Batman Beyond.
Everyone wants to see it, and why not? It has robots, flying cars,
Terminator,
and of course, superheroes.
Yeah, the future still has those, but they're even cooler because of all the sweet gadgets.
Wish we had that.
Terry McGinnis, the Batman Beyond.
And Miguel O'Hara, the Spider-Man from 2099. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
That Spider-Man look kind of cool though, so I might just root for him just because he looks cool.
Terry McGinnis was your average futuristic high school student.
He went to future raves, complained about future problems, had a future girlfriend, yeah, you know, the usual.
Until one fateful day when Terry got into a fight with a group of jokers.
What's he got against comedians?
No, a gang called the Jokers. You know, like the Joker.
Ah, but with a Z, because it's the future.
Well, naturally. After possibly the most dangerous motorcycle chase ever put on television.
Yeah, that's cool, he's got a helmet.
Terry found himself inside an isolated mansion owned by an elderly billionaire named Bruce Wayne. Here, he stumbled upon the most important revelation in his life.
He's Batman.
Bruce Wayne is Batman! Oh, what a surprise! Well, more like he was Batman. He retired from crime fighting years ago because, you know, age is a bitch.
Wait a minute, after decades of secrecy, a punk teenager just happens to stumble into the Batcave?
No,
For crying out loud, if he found my secret lair, he'd have been vaporized on the spot.
Yeah! Anyway, Terry's roller coaster of a day still wasn't over. Turns out, his dad got murdered.
Dad?
Bummer. So he did what any emotionally charged teen who wants to avenge their dad would do.
Get revenge.
He stole a bat suit.
But not the old cape and cowl of yesteryear. This was the latest and most advanced bat suit. Terry McGinnis didn't just become the all-new Batman. He was Batman Beyond.
That was a cool show.
You ever wonder what would happen if Batman got a hold of an Iron Man suit? It's basically that. And damn, he looks freaking rad.
The Batsuit's nanotechnology greatly enhances his strength and provides several thin yet strong layers of ballistic and environmental protection.
And he can fly. He can soar faster than a speeding future car, and he's really nimble in the air. Plus, he can always give his punches and kicks a literal rocket boost.
The suit sports over 24 other gadgets for combat and espionage. He has a wrist-mounted grappling hook that can extend over 50 feet. There's a cloaking device, a lock decoder, finger microphones, climbing claws, an underwater breather, thermal and binocular vision, extendable spikes on his arms, flashbang grenades, triple-weighted bolas, a buzzsaw, and even retractable tweezers.
Splinters are no laughing matter. And don't forget all those sweet, sweet batarangs. These new age ninja stars are even sharper and more compact than before, and they come in a variety of delightful flavors, like explosive, ensnaring, and electrifying. Terry's got a solid throwing arm and can even disarm multiple opponents with a single shot. But if he's feeling a bit lazy, he can always just use his arm launchers to fire batarang discs.
Also, when anyone gets in too close, the whole suit can act like a man-sized taser. The electric shock is strong enough to stun people spliced with animal DNA and short out heavy machinery.
But the tools don't make the man, Batman. Terry's a master martial artist with plenty of training from legends like former Robin Dick Grayson, totally real ninja Kairi Tanaga, and the former Dark Knight himself. Once he got over the kid stealing his suit, of course.
Bruce Wayne doesn't just serve as Terry's mentor. He's also a constant source of advice and information on the go through his direct link to the Batsuit from the Batcave.
Good thing, too, since Terry's not exactly the world's greatest detective. At least not compared to the old man.
Bruce is extremely intelligent and an expert analyst. Plus, the Batcave has some very impressive technology. Not only does it host one of the most powerful supercomputers on the planet, it's also completely dependent on its own hydroelectric power supply and isolated network.
And Justice League
Hell,
co-founder.
I don't care who Bruce used to be. Having an old guy barking orders in your ear sounds annoying. Like your dad's always looking over your shoulder. Or at least I imagine, because I didn't have one.
Well, Terry is Bruce Wayne's secret son.
What?
In an effort to ensure there would always be a Batman, government boogeywoman Amanda Waller had secretly overwritten Warren McGinnis's reproductive DNA with that of Bruce Wayne's.
Like, he was just blasting Wayne babies? It's like all the fun, but you could get out of any child support case. And bonus, I guess Terry's father technically wasn't murdered. Good for him. Also, he's got all the benefits from Bruce's kick-ass genes.
Even before going through combat training, Terry was a skilled fighter. Strong enough to send opponents flying with a single punch.
In the suit, he's strong enough to lift large I-beams and this giant boulder.
He's even survived getting his leg trapped under Bruce Wayne's trophy penny.
What's so special about a penny?
Just look at it.
Holy colossal currency, Batman!
The penny's diameter is easily 20 feet wide and is frequently dated from the 1940s. This means the penny is likely composed of bronze and weighs around 166 tons.
That's more than enough to crush all the bones in your foot. But not Terry. He was up and at 'em like nothing happened. I mean, this guy's tough enough to take a missile to the face and then fall hundreds of stories. And all he got out of it was a couple broken ribs. What's a penny as heavy as 33 monster trucks gonna do?
He's quick enough to dodge gunfire, skilled enough to defeat lizard people and the Justice Lords. In a newer
I never heard of that.
What is that?
Blast, and even outraced an intercontinental missile, which can reach speeds of up to 15,000
They didn't make a show
miles per
for
hour.
all of these.
That's over 19 times the
I would
speed
like a
of sound.
reboot of Batman Beyond.
He's still no Bruce Wayne, though.
Like
He's
Justice
kind of a
Lords?
punk
Is there a
and
show
doesn't
for
have
that?
the amazing
I don't
smarts
even
or
know. I have
expertise
no
of
idea what
Batman
Justice Lord
Classic.
is.
You don't quite have his magnificent brain, for instance. You do have his heart, though.
Maybe not, but he has accomplished feats equal to his predecessor, like fighting Superman and ending the Joker threat once and for all. Clearly, Terry McGinnis has more than earned the title of Batman.
This is me Scarecrow.
Pretty strong.
No.
Some clown who thinks he's Batman. I am Batman.
He was going,
Yes.
Oh, here's an unfortunate spoiler. The year 2099 kinda sucks.
Plagued by a massive civil war between humans and mutants, the world fell into a
They always show the
dystopian
future
ruin
as
of
being
violence
suckish.
and anarchy.
So.
The heroic age had come to an end.
But some people still wanted a sequel.
Enter Miguel O'Hara, a child prodigy turned super genius with a penchant for genetic tinkering.
Miguel's skills landed him a job at one of the biggest companies in the world, Alchemax, where he got to work trying to rebuild one of the greatest heroes of all time, Spider-Man.
Specifically, he attempted to replicate the DNA of Peter Parker, the original
I
Spider-Man.
didn't like that.
But like most of the 21st century
I like that
superheroes,
version.
not much remained of Parker
You like this
outside of
version?
stories
No.
and legend. Miguel had to
No,
build
I
his
did.
experiment from scratch,
He was too-
starting
he
with a
was too
single,
nerdy,
simple spider.
Unfortunately,
But in all the
Alchemax
games,
didn't have
Spider-Man
the
was
greatest job
sarcastic,
security.
and he was
After
not
a lot
at
of
all.
bad blood and some
So.
snow
I'm
blood,
just gonna disagree
Miguel
with you on
wound up
that.
accidentally getting a dose of his own creepy crawly project.
Transforming him into the Spider-Man of 2099.
But future Spider-Man isn't quite the same as your grandpappy Spidey.
That's right. Apart from the superhuman strength, speed, durability, and improved healing, Miguel's powers are entirely different. Unlike Parker, he can't actually stick to any surface. He can still wall crawl though, using retractable talons on his fingers and toes, which also make for fairly deadly weapons in a fight.
And he's got fangs like a vampire. If he bites you, he can inject a venom that can paralyze your whole body almost instantly. Also, he may not have Petey's trusty spider sense, but his sense of sight, smell, and hearing are superfied. He can hear noises from miles away, see in the dark, and make out
So
far
it's just
off
like a
and
sharper
fast-moving objects with ease.
In fact, his senses are so acute, he wears tinted glasses to keep daylight from hurting his eyes.
And like any Spider-Man, he can shoot webs from his hands.
Miguel doesn't need compact web shooter devices on his wrists. He actually has organic spinnerets in his arms, which create and release thick, durable strings of webbing.
And
because they're
unlimited.
natural, these strings are chemically identical to spider silk, with a tensile strength similar to steel.
Ew. Okay, the original Spider-Man always kind of grossed me out, but this guy's powers are disgusting.
I think Miguel would agree with you.
Well, yeah, one day he's just your average dweeb doing sciencey stuff like you, and the next he's got big lumps
said
in
like
his arms
you.
that shoot sticky stuff. Who wouldn't be weirded out?
Miguel saw his newfound power as a curse. a blight which turned him into an inhuman freak of nature.
But that didn't stop him from fighting crime, complete with his own Spidey suit.
His original costume was made from
It looked
unstable
awesome.
molecules.
It reminded me of Ultimate Spider-Man. You remember Ultimate Spider-Man?
He also wears a web-like cape made of light bite, which lets him glide through the air.
Oh, light break! I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah, I swallowed
yeah.
one of
That
those.
in the future, and did they find
What I told you?
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
thought I was gonna light up when I was little.
Yeah, whatever. The suit looks pretty cool, so I hate to spoil the mood, but it's actually just a run-of-the-mill costume from a Day of the Dead festival. No, really.
Though after meeting the
Wow.
present-day Peter Parker, Miguel received a much-needed upgrade. His new suit contained synthesized unstable molecule fabric mixed with Kevlar, greatly improving his defense.
This suit can survive a shot from a howitzer artillery cannon. A common M777 military howitzer fires 92-pound shells at 2,200 feet per second. That hits with over 100 tons of force.
Miguel's even taken a hit from the Thing, a hit which shattered a tempered glass window and sent Miguel flying over 24 feet.
And the new suit has explosives,
Too many
hologram
crossovers.
projectors, infrared scanning, and it's even
Well,
got
well,
wings
the
and
Fantastic
rocket
Four is part of
boosters on the
Marvel.
feet.
I know
Wait,
that.
that
I'm
sounds
saying, like,
familiar.
Oh, yeah,
Miguel
yeah.
running
may
into
be a
each other.
genius, but he's at his best when he's working with his holographic assistant, Lila, or the Lie-Rate Lifeform Approximation.
She's basically like the future
Alexa.
Alexa with
Yeah.
a bunch of extra features. She keeps track of Miguel's life signs and surroundings. With Lila's scanners and his super senses, anyone would have a hard time trying to sneak up on future Spidey.
While Lila was originally built as a
Inspired
home
by Marilyn
appliance, she
Monroe.
can be stored on Miguel's portable communicator. She can act as an onboard lie detector and do advanced calculations to the 20th decimal in a millisecond, which is flippin' amazing.
Fun fact, Lila's appearance was based on Marilyn Monroe.
Not that anybody in 2099 seems to know who Marilyn Monroe was.
Right.
Okay, seriously, how did they lose so much information in less than 100 years? Remember, kids, always back up your files. It'll prevent the apocalypse.
Well, lucky for
Oh, I
them,
remember
Miguel
that.
got over his emo phase and started setting the future back on track. And he had the skills to do it.
He's quick enough to dodge gunfire, tough enough to take a shotgun blast to the chest,
Jesus.
resilient enough to tank electric shocks, and strong enough to rip a 20-ton turret off a tank.
More than that, he helped another Spider-Man keep this giant building piece in place. What even is that?
Likely some sort of antenna, but it also
game is
resembles the
that?
mooring mast atop the Empire State Building.
Back when everybody thought Zeppelins were the hot new thing. Because who doesn't like riding a giant flammable balloon full of explosive gas? Sign me up.
Assuming it's composed of steel and roughly estimating its size compared to the Spider-Man on the roof, then comparing the Empire State Building's mooring mast, this should weigh, at most, 200 tons.
Basically, Miguel's a badass, and he proved it in the most epic way possible.
Just remembered
After
Venom
rebuilding the world with
299?
Captain America, Miguel inherited the most
there's
legendary
another
weapon of
Venom.
them all.
And Hulk 2099.
Mjolnir.
Although
And I
wanna be
Humor
Thor.
did actually grant him its warrior powers, Miguel didn't use it as a weapon, but as proof of his authority. A literal symbol of the societal weight he alone could carry. With his dominance asserted, Miguel created the utopian future a person could only dream of.
And you thought Peter Parker was cool. This Spider-Man is at the top.
His suit just looks cooler.
Yeah.
Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man of the year 2099.
That's me, ready to save the universe and looking good while doing it.
Alright, you already know who I got.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate
Spider-Man.
once and for all.
Yeah, I'll
But
take
first,
Batman.
the future is now in the form of Blue Apron.
Oh, okay.
Lieutenants, keep an eye out. I've been seeing some odd reports regarding this part of the city.
I always wonder what kind of fight they're gonna do, like whether it be 3D or like digital or something.
Like 2D.
Yeah, 2D.
Hey, Bozo! I was brooding there.
Who the shock are you?
Right back at you.
Yeah, he can just grab him, yeah.
Hey, Lila, give me a reading on this vampire guy, yeah?
It's a vampire here.
I can't identify his tech or fighting style, but I can try hacking the suit.
Oh.
Oh,
He's too comfortable in the air.
That's
Try a
Bruce.
different approach. Get
Something's trying to hack your suit.
Lila.
Friend, no doubt. How's the hack going?
Nowhere fast.
Finish this quick.
No problem. Can my fangs pierce his suit?
I think so.
Then I'll
It
finish this
should.
myself.
Because it pierces metal.
Ooh, the pulse. Yeah, and his senses are. His senses are heightened, so that hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, bombs.
Lila! And problem solved.
That
I
was
guess that's one way to do it.
fast. Damn.
That was fast.
I'll never get tired of seeing people blow up. It's
That
always
was a
such
fast
blast.
fight.
Thanks to Bruce's
Jesus.
counsel,
So
Terry
just-
used his flashbang to take advantage of Miguel's sensitive eyesight, and his electric shock that can short out large machinery to deal with Lila.
Yeah, unlike Bruce, the poor girl wasn't really built for combat. And while her hacking skills were top-notch, the isolated Batcave had the defenses to hold her off.
Even still, Terry's stats edged out Miguel's in more ways than one.
When it came to maneuverability and durability, they
Look,
were
I didn't know
mostly
he
even.
was- I didn't know,
Both could dodge bullets
that
and
was gonna
leap through
happen.
the air. Both could survive heavy ballistic hits. But unlike Terry, Miguel's never outraced anything faster than a Mark 19 ballistic missile.
For physical strength, Terry had him beat too. Recall that boulder that he lifted underwater. This took place in Superman's Fortress of Solitude near the Arctic, so the boulder was likely composed of sedimentary dark limestone, the most common rock type around that location. So we compared Terry's height to the boulder, applied the density for limestone, and subtracted the weight reduced by underwater buoyancy.
It's too
To
much
find the
math.
boulder's
Right.
density,
It's too much math. I'm not in
192
school anymore.
tons.
So.
And he
I just
don't
applaud them for that much
Yeah.
math.
I
Heat strength in
understand.
the Batsuit has to be more than 200 tons.
Assuming Miguel applied
All those
his fair
equations.
share when holding up that antenna, his best strength feat we know of is at max 100 tons.
But he's a Spider-Man. Spider-Man can lift more than that, right?
Not usually. Technically, Miguel's powers are so different from Peter's that we shouldn't really scale him to other Spider-Men. But for the benefit of the doubt, let's do it anyway.
We'll check out two of Spider-Man's most impressive strength feats. The first is the time he braced a private jet while it was landing. Look at him. He's literally the landing gear.
According to Spider-Man himself, the plane's total weight was at most 115,000 pounds. Adding the thrust from a Whittle W1 engine, which this small jet is most likely to have an engine comparable to, this feat comes out to 58 tons.
Not even
Not
close
as
to
much.
Terry's 200. Then there was this one time where Spidey had to push way past his limits to lift what he offhandedly compared to as a locomotive. Since he could measure the plane, it's likely he's accurate here. But given the time period, that's still only 130 tons
He's
at
the comic
most.
was
It's
debuted in
clear Terry had a pretty
1965.
sizable
Yeah, he was not even
physical
thought
advantage.
of.
Yes.
And just because Terry's mind wasn't as fine-tuned
My
as
mom
the
wasn't
original
even born.
Batman's, didn't mean he's dumb.
Even more, Miguel never trained like Terry did. Hell, he never really had much formal training at all. But Terry was trained by ninjas, stealth artists, and other crime fighters to be a
Robin.
master in the battlefield. And since Miguel didn't have a spider sense, Terry just had to wait until the untrained future Spidey left an opening.
In short, while Miguel wasn't completely outmatched, Terry's superior strength, counseling, equipment, and training won the bout.
Turns
Yeah.
out this Batman
It was
was
just such a
beyond him.
short
The
fight.
winner is Batman
It was.
Beyond.
It was so short. Like, I would like to see them
Stick
go
around, we're
back
about
and
to announce the
forth
combatants for the next
for a
death
little bit
battle.
If you want to watch
longer than,
exclusive
you know,
commentary on this
than
episode,
Spider-
that blue box over there, it's
Yeah.
for the first membership trial.
Jesus.
Try to grab one of these shirts too.
Alright.
Season finale.
Wait, is this, oh wait, no. I thought it was, never
Who
mind.
you thought it was?
Nothing. For some reason, I thought it was, Luffy. But I think he already did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta go back and watch those anyway. But yeah, Batman Beyond. I enjoyed Batman Beyond. What really got me into Batman Beyond was Static Shock when they had a little crossover episode. You
I just
know-
like the suit. Like, I saw the suit. It was black and red, which I love the combination. So I was like, let me see this one.
You know, I
So-
want what you call it. I want you. It got a new show on the CW, Warner Brothers, Black Lightning.
Oh yeah, we heard of that. Yeah, we saw like the little teaser they did like on TV. It doesn't look to me as exciting as Static Shock would be.
Yeah, I would like, especially in the climate of Detroit right now. They
Yeah.
need something like that.
So it would be nice to have Static Shock, but they
Yeah.
gave us Black Lightning.
I'm gonna watch, but
Like the less
if Black
cool
Lightning
version.
flops, we better get Static Shock,
I know.
and it better be Hard Stop Lucas. Anyway, guys, we got below.
He needs to be. Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and share.
That's just a word.